In the Cahokia Visitor Center, there is a life-size diorama exhibitions. The Cahokia ecosystem were painted upon a continuous curved surface so that the viewer is not distracted by the corners or edges. By looking at the diorama, you can tell in ancient Cahokia, these three ecosystems provided a diversity and abundant resources. The large prairie provided habitat and great food resources for wild animals. From the diorama, it's thrilling to tell us the ancient Cahokia was a successful ecological habitat that humans and animals can be balanced well and friendly. Zooming into the diorama, you can see the prairie is composed by a variety of species, such as cornflowers, lotus, sumac, and cattails. Today, when I'm looking at Cahokia, the mounds are the only key element has been left. I can see the variety of ecological system shows from the diorama. The bump up from the groundland looks isolated, and there is no prairie, but displaced by the broom grass. The broom grass is not for ecological consideration, but just for economics, because it's cheap. It's the cheapest way to hold the soil. So where did the abandoned ecosystem goes? Where the prairie goes? By looking around the Cahokia area, I did find prairie from the place nearby. Also, wildlife habitat has been found here too. The tallest mound has been well-liked by visitors and citizens in Cahokia area. Almost all the visitors came to the Cahokia area climbed this tallest mound. However, why they came here to climb this mound? Is that because people want to experience the history of Cahokia? Or they see this area as a great place for doing exercise? If the mounds are not here anymore, will they still come here to visit this area? Most visitors driving here and walk closer to the mounds. And there are also exceptions. Remember from the diorama, people treat this area as the present from the god, since it provides food and habitat for them. However, is this land present means same thing as the diorama shows me? Are people using the land now treated this land in a proper way? I begin to question myself how people looking at this set. Is the grassland the truck drive on means anything more than a grassland?
With a steady food supply, great numbers of people could make Cahokia their permanent home. Mississippians could also exchange surplus crops for meat, tools, clothing, or other items. This meant some people didn't have to farm. They could specialize in other activities, such as tool making.
From the diorama, we saw how Native Americans using spear to hunting. The diorama not only shows the abandoned ecosystem that were here, also how Indian people having a cordial and harmonious life over here. Their happy life ended until the US government plundered them habitat and kicked them out of America. Today, by imitating the ancient hunting process by playing spear, visitors want to recall the memory of the history. But which part of history they are trying to recall? The happier lives Native Americans have owned in the land? Or inappropriately an experience they had to be kicked out of the country? There are more diorama exhibit in the inner set of the museum. The diorama is exhibited in a huge modern glass wall with artificial concentrate lights. The diorama trying to present a happier life than how Native Americans using the resources of Cahokia. But is it real? By looking at the reflection of the diorama from the modern glass wall, are you sure you are seeing their happier life, or the happier lives the modern glass wall shows to you?